What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some yellow Digimon cards to be having a little bit of a look at. We've not seen any, well, we've not really looked at yellow Digimon cards so far. Red and blue have had their own videos, yellow has not. That's a little bit sad. Let's fix that now, shall we? So, let's start with Patamon. I like Patamon. Patamon's kind of cute. Now, our translations here do come from the lovely Daniel Yip over on the Facebook group. Shout out to the lovely Daniel Yip. And what we see here is a level 3 Digimon. It is a free cost to play it normally, a 0 cost to evolve from a Digi-Egg, and it's got 1000 power. That is literally as low as we've seen. We have seen a 1000 power. We did see that the Sesamemon, sorry for the pronunciations and all of that, that came around in the promo pack did actually have 1000 power, but that's still pretty gosh darn terrible. Patamon here, I mean look, it is both cheaper and weaker than the Patamon that came around in the promo pack, so we're going to need a skill that makes it worth using. Now, the good news is it does have an inheritable skill. Remember, we did a Learn to Play video yesterday where I went through everything, and it's now a complete Learn to Play. I'm not doing another Learn to Play for a while now. We really don't need it. But we learned that inheritable skills only work for when you evolve. The Digimon that's got it printed on doesn't get to use them. But apparently it says that during your turn, once per turn, if an opponent Digimon's DP becomes 0 and is destroyed, you get memory +1. Now it doesn't say how, so whether you're reducing their power to 0 using skills or whether you're attacking and destroying is fine, you get 1 extra memory when a Digimon gets destroyed. Now it is limited to once per turn, which is a little bit sad. Otherwise, you'd potentially be able to destroy multiple Digimon and then get multiple memory boosts, which would be kind of hilarious, but also potentially, in a literal sense, game-breaking, so I suppose we can understand it. For comparison's sake, the Patamon that is coming around in the promo pack basically says that when your security is 1 or less and you play this, you get to recover 1, i.e. put a card from your deck as a face-down security card. Most of the time, I'm more of a fan of this starter deck Patamon. I know it's only got 1000 power and that sucks, but it's cheaper to play normally and it's got a really nice inheritable skill, so as you get evolving up from Patamon, essentially for the rest of the game, once per turn, you should get an extra memory, just so long as you can get rid of 1 Digimon per turn. This is going to add up really quickly. I like it a lot more than the promo one. Cool. Although the promo one can really help you out with extra security, so hey-ho. Moving on, we've got a bigger Digimon coming in here as well. We've got a level 4 Digimon, and apparently it's Angemon. I'm not a huge Digimon dude. If I get any of the pronunciations wrong, let me know politely in the comment section. And what we see here is a 5 cost to play normally, 2 cost to evolve from any yellow level 3 Digimon, and 4000 power, which is fine. It puts it exactly in line with the Greymon that we're getting in the red starter deck. And it is a little bit more expensive and a little bit less powerful than Birdramon, but then again, Birdramon is a vanilla card, so we should probably be expecting that that would be the case. So it's about what we would expect. The stats are about right. When level 5 or level 6 it has evolved from Angemon. And at this stage, you should probably be starting to see where these yellow decks are going. It seems like these yellow cards are basically going, right, let's rush for extra memory, let's do this. Because, let's say for argument's sake, you get Patamon, and you evolve it into Angemon, and then you evolve it one more time into a level 5 Digimon, or even again into a level 6. Oh, I'm attacking. Yay, I get an extra memory. Oh, that attack has gone and destroyed a Digimon. Yay, I get an extra memory. Now, I'm not seeing a note on the translation here that this is limited to once per turn. So this could get very interesting. We've already seen that there are some mechanics, not many, but for instance, Metal Garurumon, when you attack, you make it active. So all we need is some kind of yellow inheritable skill, and we haven't seen it yet. But all we need is some kind of yellow inheritable skill that makes a Digimon active again, and all of a sudden you can have +1 memory. This seems like the kind of thing that might end up being errated in the future, depending on what cards get released. There's no guarantee, but it really does seem like maybe this could be one that we see a little bit more of as time goes by. You've been warned. So, we've got a little bit of a trick here, right? We've seen that blue Digimon like to your security Digimon get plus 2000 DP. Oh. And as I believe is going to be standard for Tamer cards going forward, if you get it as a security card, you just get to put it into play without paying the cost. It is ordinarily a 2 cost. And this is good. It's Yagami Taichi guy we've seen, kind of. You see, Yagami Taichi gives all of your red Digimon plus 1000 power. This gives all of your security Digimon plus 2000 power. Of course, this has the possibility to massively backfire. Remember, when you security check, i.e. your opponent attacks your security stack, you flip a card, and if it's an option or a tamer card, it gets discarded and you use it. There's no guarantee that will be the case in the future. The way games generally go, and there's no guarantee here, but I would expect at some point we would see a really powerful tamer or option card, but that doesn't have a security skill, so potentially punishing you for playing it if it ends up as a security power equal to or less than a security Digimon, it is destroyed, and even if they've got security attacks and they should be getting extra attacks off, it won't work. And this is basically what you're trying to do here. This is the goal. Your aim is to go, right, you're going to try and attack my security, and you're going to have done your calculations as to what you believe I've got in my deck. So now do your calculations with an extra plus 2000 power. And remember, from what we saw of the rules, there is no restriction to how many Tamer cards can be in play at one time, and Tamer cards do stack. So now let's imagine you've got 3 Takeru out, and all of your security Digimon have plus security attacks, and you've got multiples of these, so every time your opponent attacks security, they get destroyed. That is going to be a nice defensive deck. This is a card I could see being really, really good, because there are definitely going to be decks that go, right, I'm going to get security attack plus 3, and I'm going to be attacking 4 security cards in one, but then if they get destroyed during the first attack, they don't get the other 3. And that's where Takeru comes in here. I think this is going to be really, really good. I think this has a chance to be a great card. And finally, we've got a card which we think is called Heaven Charm. And it is an option card, so you just play it and discard it. It is a 2 cost. And during this turn, one of your opponent's Digimon get minus 2000 power. And it's got a security skill that adds the card to your hand. Now, because it just destroyed one of your opponent's Digimon. So that's very, very interesting. Adds to your hand rather than just being played without cost. It's alright. I mean, as always, what you're really trying to do here, yellow decks, apparently, judging from what we can see, are not built for, I'm going to get big and smash, like red decks are. So what you're doing instead is going, look, I'm not going to get big and smash, I'm sorry about that, but what I am going to do is beef up my security cards and lower your Digimon's attack and get some extra memory for myself and play a longer, weaker, trixier game. It kind of sounds like fun. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. I like these yellow cards. I'm underwhelmed compared to the red, let's be clear. I still think the red cards are the best ones and I will not be moved from it. But I still think they're very, very cool. And I'm a little bit excited. But I'd like to know how excited you are and whether this has changed your mind about yellow cards or not. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on Twitter at TheWossy, where we talk, well, Digimon and any other games that take our fancy. I do like games. And do please consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts every week, all that good stuff. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.